But the first blessing is really just knowing that I'm doing God's will and taking joy in that. Oftentimes, as I go through life, it's easy for me to lose perspective on what's important, on what is truly necessary. And when I lose perspective, I lose meaning and hope. And the discipleship making, what it brings me is it brings that perspective back into focus and shows me what is truly important in life and what really needs to be done. The individual themselves, just seeing them grow, being able to work with someone and to see their life as it just continues to get better spiritually. You know, their physical lives might not get any better, but spiritually you see this growth, and it's really just a joy and a blessing to see that. The growth in my own life. Sometimes the greatest way to learn something is to try and teach it to somebody else. And things that you may know and have a head knowledge of that just become so much clearer when you explain to someone else. And that was a huge blessing for me, and it continues to be to this day. I have a hard time sometimes with feeling like 100% of my time at church needs to be focused on one individual. Because hopefully the person you're discipling eventually gets saved and comes to church and is faithful, and that's great. That's exactly what we want. But myself, I sometimes feel like, oh, I need to talk to this individual. I can't talk to anyone else because I have to spend time with this person. And for me, just being able to learn to find that balance of, yes, absolutely, I need to focus on this individual, but it's not my sole reason for being at church. It's not the only thing I have to do. I don't want to feel guilty talking to someone else or getting encouragement myself, because I need that also. And it really helps. That what I found really helps is having a body of believers that truly understand and grasp the importance of discipleship making and can come alongside me and also talk to this individual, help them grow and go through the experience with me. And if I see that that individual is being reached out to by others around me, then I don't have that burden of feeling like, oh, I have to spend all my time with this one person. So that's really helped a lot. And yeah, just finding that balance has been a little bit of a difficulty for me. Another difficulty that I have encountered, it's a struggle for me, is when you spend so much time with an individual and then it doesn't pan out and they quit being faithful or quit being discipled. And that's always hard. And that's not only hard for me and the people I disciple, it's hard to see in the church because you get excited. You know, you see someone come in and be faithful, and wow, you know, this is just great. And then, you know, a few weeks later, a few months later, something happens and they have a setback. Doesn't mean it's permanent, and we can pray for them. We can continue to encourage them, continue to be there for them, continue to be friends and love them. But it is discouraging sometimes when you devote emotional energy and physical energy and spiritual energy on someone, and it doesn't quite pan out the way you hope it does. But God's in control.